We will build a great wall.
We're going to build the wall, folks.
Right, well, straight off, what we 18 seconds in and it's already fucking insane. Donald Trump never said that he was going to build a wall across a fucking desert, right? He's going to wall off the places where illegal immigrants are crossing the borders freely, not the middle of a desert that no motherfucker can even reach, right? So the wall's not going to be all the way across the border. It was never intended to be. Secondly, it doesn't really matter how much it costs, because if you read his little manifesto thing, it clearly says that on day one they're going to regulate money transfers so that illegal immigrants can no longer wire transfer money back to Mexico, and they're going to tell Mexico that they're going to keep this up until Mexico pays for the wall. Mexico receives approximately $24 billion a year in remittances from American nationals working in the United States. That's direct from the fucking PDF on the Donald Trump website, right? So what the fuck are you talking about? This is how little research goes into fucking the news these days. It's just ridiculous. They don't even do any research whatsoever. They're just sitting there behind a desk and they hear he's going to say a wall and they're like, ring a maths teacher, and they're just like, oh, how long is the fucking border? How much would the wall cost? Like, you're a fucking idiot. He never once said that he was going to fucking build a wall across a fucking desert.
And Mexico will pay for the wall.
Well, that's fine, then there won't be a wall, will there? But there'll be no money being transferred to Mexico by illegal immigrants. Because according to Donald Trump's manifesto, he's going to ask for documentation to prove these people are American citizens or are there legally in order to make those transfers. So obviously Mexico is going to lose out on all the money it's getting from the illegal immigrants. Either way, America wins, right? So what the fuck is the problem?
We're not going to pay for that fucking wall.
Day one, my first hour in office, those people are gone.
Oh look, it clearly says illegal immigrants. So what's all this shit about him being racist that I keep fucking hearing from you people? How is it racist to get rid of illegal fucking immigrants? You retarded motherfuckers.
Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Right, that was a terrible cut, and I can't be arsed going and looking for the original clip, because the fucking presidential elections were hours and hours long, and I'm not sitting through them again. It was torture enough the first time. But basically he said if he had been in control of the laws, Hillary would be in jail. He never said that he was going to immediately lock her up. There's probably, you know, a good chance that he's going to look into the criminal findings by the FBI on Hillary's investigation and see if there's any way that he can do anything, you know, negative in order to create some tabloid headlines or something, like, I don't know, fine her, or at least make her do a public apology or some bullshit like that. What he was saying, though, was simply if he was already in control of the laws previously, then she would be in jail. He never once said, if I get in power, you're going to go straight to jail. And that's why it was such a terrible cut by the BBC, because that's what they're trying to make him look like he said. And he clearly didn't.
Ultimately, a criminal trial.
Breaking news that the FBI is reopening its investigation into Secretary Clinton and her use of a private email server. Speaker of the House Paul Ryan now just coming out with a statement, and it's also newsworthy, and I'm just going to read it straight to you. He says, yet again, Hillary Clinton has nobody but herself to blame. She was entrusted with some of our nation's most important secrets, and she betrayed that trust by carelessly mishandling highly classified information. He goes on to say this: I renew my call for the Director of National Intelligence to suspend all classified briefings for Secretary Clinton until this matter is fully resolved.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
he hasn't often modified his stance at all. He's always had the same exact stance, but the media keep trying to manipulate his words. He's not a fucking wordsmith, right? He just says whatever pops into his head. He's a simpleton, right? Obviously, he's going to say things like, just like Devon Tracy says, black people should stop committing crimes, because he's a simpleton too, right? He just says whatever pops into his head. And it's true, black people should stop committing crimes. And when you fucking look into the details of what he actually meant by that statement, it doesn't mean he's a fucking racist. And in the exact same way, Donald Trump is talking about extreme Muslim behaviour. He just wants to stop illegal people getting into his country. He doesn't want fucking terrorists. Obviously, there's always going to be homegrown terrorists, but if you can stop more from coming across the border, then so much the fucking better, alright? He's not stopping fucking Muslims from coming into his country. He's vetting them. And what's wrong with that? Muslims, why are we protecting Muslims anyway? Just grow the fuck up. There is no fucking Sky Daddy. It's not a Christian one. It's not a fucking Muslim one. If I ran a country, I wouldn't let Christians into my fucking country. I wouldn't let any of you religious nutters into my country unless you could prove to me that you were sensible fucking people. Alright? I say vet every motherfucker.
Obamacare will never work. It's very bad health insurance. We have to repeal it.
Okay, yeah, you got me. He's getting rid of Obamacare rather than turning it into something better. Maybe he'll replace it with something better, who knows. He's not a perfect man. At least he's not fucking lying about it like what Hillary would do. She'd raise taxes and not tell you why, and then it'd turn out that it was just going into her pockets or some bullshit like that. You know, better the fucking devil you know. At least this guy's honest.
NAFTA is the worst trade deal maybe ever signed anywhere.
I don't care enough about this to look up the Iran nuclear deal, but I know just enough about the other two to know that they are horrible garbage pieces of fucking crap that should be dismantled. And even Hillary Clinton is saying that nowadays. Oh yeah, he's a climate change denier as well. At least he's not a fucking liar. It's amazing that you only found one thing in that you didn't have to obscure, you know. You could have gone on about how he's going to let Pence run the majority of the government and Pence is really anti-gay. You know, that would have been a good target to go for. But no, you had to take some of his arguments and try stretch them out and send them right to the extremes. And look, oh God, if he builds this gigantical wall across all this fucking desert, it's going to cost billions. Do you know what? Even if he did, it's going to employ people, isn't it? Do you remember the Millennium Dome, for fuck's sake? Yeah? The fucking, what's the other one called? The London Eye? Yeah, these things are bullshit. It was just ways of getting people into employment for a couple of years. And as it said right at the end, he can't even fucking do anything about the climate change thing for 3 years anyway. You can just ignore it. He'll get fined, whatever. He doesn't care, obviously. But the point is, it's not one man's fucking decision to change the country. He's got Congress to deal with. He's got the fucking American people to deal with. He's got all these scientists who are going to educate him now that he's in a position of power. They're going to say, no, look, this is fucking real, and stop listening to your Sky Daddy and your Bible bollocks. Alright? It's not the end of the fucking world. Jesus Christ. Actually go do some fucking research. The guy's quite a nice man.
It's so hard to find. With all the things that's going on, I lost track, I felt so strong. I got you on my mind, but something's been done wrong. Sometimes I've been thinking in my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking I'm dreaming of what it could have been besides memories. 'Cause I still need you.
people that are black are often treated unfairly. What? Oh, crying the river. Maybe they should stop dealing with the cops. Maybe they should stop committing crimes. How about you mention that in the sentence?